to say
And the
hello.
second time we do it, you text us. Okay, can you guys follow my lead?
I was vlogging during second hour.
First one they want.
Pretty bad.
X, hold on guys. X is -3. So let's
I know, like, there's
follow
people
this
behind
right
us
along.
that are scared that we're going.
Instead of writing X to the
Just do
4th,
it.
we're going to write -3 to the 4th.
Our conversation will be recorded, and that's all that matters. Yeah.
Then -2
I just don't want to
times
make people
X,
feel weird for being in it.
-3 this time to the
Right.
3rd power. Hello?
Hello?
You just need through? Yeah. Maybe go around through the chairs that way. Okay. Or sit right there. You can,
A row?
Pick any of the open spots or just if you want. Alright.
It's also going to capture
so
me
we did
tweaking
this
at Bannister
-2
a little
part.
bit here. Get
There you go.
out. I need to blow my nose, but I like can't in
Plus
here.
4.
Go outside.
Now
She's
we
gonna
need
think
X
I'm walking
squared,
out.
so -3 squared.
Wave the tissues.
Plus 10 times
Got somewhere to
-3
be.
-20. There we go. Okay, so can you use your calculator to help out? Either you can type that whole thing in, or just let's substitute, like, what is -3 to the 4th power? And provide a value underneath each part, and then put them in. I kind of like to do the stuff like
It's dancing.
Hey, how do you make a napkin dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Remember, if you guys do -3, say, raised up to the 3rd power, you gotta put parentheses
See
on
what?
it.
The calculator. Yeah, I could see. Could you?
It's too dark. I couldn't see those numbers. No, how about you stop judging me?
So that's
Not.
a -27. Oh, shoot, I did the 3rd instead of the 4th. My bad. It's wrong. -3.
Where's Cole?
Raised up to the 4th power is
Hey,
equal
buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
3 times
You should come sit right here.
3. That's a
He's not here.
-27.
Oh, he's not here.
No. Hurry up.
What if she yells
4
at me?
times 9.
She's not gonna.
Oh, this would be 10 times 3 is 30, so I'll just put that as a -30. -20. -27 times -2.
There we
So
go.
we got 81 plus 54. This is 36. -30 -20 is the same as -50. So,
Somebody's gonna walk in.
plus 54
Just say you're.
plus 36 minus 50 equals, what'd you guys get? 121. Good job. Hey, good job. Alright, let's do it one more time through. Every time we have an X, now make it be a 4. So 4 to the 4th power, minus 2 times 4 to the 3rd, plus 4 times 4 squared, plus 10 times 4, minus 20. There's only one correct answer. Let's try it. Grab your calculator. We gotta figure out 4 to the 4th. 4 up to the 4th. I got 256 for that. 4 raised up to the 3rd power times -2.
What is so funny?
4 to the 3rd. So -2 times 64 plus 4 times 16.
Hey, I think
This
you're
I
supposed
know
to be
is
ready
40.
this time.
I'm just gonna put plus 40 minus
40.
Okay, 256. 64 twice is what, 128? Right. away 20 is just 20, so I'm gonna put plus 20. I already combined them together.
Do you think I have the writing
2,
space?
5, 6, minus 1, 28, plus
Just because you have
64,
little old lady hands doesn't
plus
mean we all
20,
do.
what'd you guys get? 212? That's what I got.
2.
Very good. All right, let's turn it over and draw a turkey.
No, we're doing 2. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't writing all that. Oh, I did. Don't you worry, sweetie. Sweetie.
Draw your other
Shut
half
up.
of the turkey.
We're just trying to make sure my hair looks okay, you freak. Your eyelashes look nice today. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to draw a turkey, guys. It's okay, just try your best. Oh, Jesus Christ. You sound like my kindergarten teacher. Just trying to be supportive. Using supportive language.
I think everyone knows about this.
Do ya? I really hope that it's getting what she says too. I actually did a pretty decent job right there. I actually did a pretty decent job. Oh, good.
Eyeball?
Instead of duck feet.
You need some feathers.
Because turkey feet are ugly.
Okay.
There. That's my version. I'm gonna name him Dinner.
Oh.
All right.
Like, actually caught me off guard a little bit.
I have a question for you guys. On the right-hand side, they have this graph for us. There's a table that I can show you on this right here. It helps us. All right.
Dinner.
Can you guys add that
Making
table
mine
of
happy.
values, the T table, to your warm-up?
For now.
I'm gonna add mine.
What?
Right here. X, Y. Please copy down the table onto your warm-up. I will be looking for it. Give you credit.
Will ya? We do them so much.
So on the left, for X, we have 0, 1, 4, 9. And for f of X, which is really the Y output, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. How can we say?
Too free.
What can you do to the X to make the left-hand side be the answer? What can you do to 0 to make it be a 0, or a 1 to a 1, a 4 to a 2, and a 9 to a 3? Notice the numbers are either staying the same or they're going down. So, can you think of ways in math the numbers would go down? Divide. All right, divide. Can you think of a number that we can divide 4 and 9 by to get those numbers? 4 divided by 2 would be 2, but is half of 9 3? See how that one fails? But it was a good idea because it is an operation that makes numbers go down. What's another operation in math that makes numbers go down? All right, if I do 4 take away 2, I get 2. But 1 take away 1 is, and 1 take away 2 is 1. And 9 take away 2 is not 3. So divide didn't work, subtraction didn't work. Can you guys think of another math operation that makes numbers get smaller? Something that you do to numbers and they get smaller.
What?
Technically multiplication.
Multiplication makes them usually go bigger. Like 3 times 3 is 9.
Unless you're.
It's
Hey, I just had a thought. 3 times 3 is 9. What can you do to 9 to get back to 3? What's the opposite of squaring a number? Square root. Let's see if it works. Is the square root of 0, 0?
yeah.
Is the square root of 1, 1?
Yeah.
Is the square root of 4, 2? And is the square root of 9, 3?
Seems like it.
Bingo, we found it.
Bingo.
Oh, shoot.
Need it here.
I'm not live. You see
Okay.
what I did to my table?
Okay.
You guys just have the tables because I didn't realize I didn't have the button on
Oh my
to
God,
be
look.
live. So can you guys all please add the square roots into your table to make it a little more obvious to your brain that the formula then is f of x
Comment.
square root of x. There's the function. You can also write it as y equals square root of x. In our last bit of warm-up, they want us to translate the function up 2 units.
Okay,
So if we have y equals square root of x, what would we do to this equation to show that it's going to move 2 units up? Which means it would go 1, 2, right here, and then kick off like that. It would be moved up 2. How can we show that on our equation? What's your guess?
2 units.
What can we add to this right here? Y equals square root x is the one that was already printed there. If I want to move up 2 spaces, what can we add to the equation? Plus 2, thank you. Perfect. Yay. All right, put that away in a safe spot till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll finish Friday one and I'll collect it. Mr. Smith, you know, he's so cute, right? He's a little cute guy. Here you go. Here's his note. Miss Bannister, I had a great day subbing for you. Everything went well. Students in all classes were very cooperative and I guess that's
Horsey?
courteous. I think he was trying to say courteous. Oh. They put forth good effort all day. 0 discipline problems. If you need me in the future, please text me. So
He's a
he
cutie
was
patootie.
pleased with
Does
the
he have to
experience
know
of covering my classes and is offering for me to call him if I need a sub sometime again.
But he always remembers his
So
cell phone
because it was
speech.
such a wonderful note, no
he's excited
discipline
to tell
problems
us.
makes me so excited I want to make brownies and
Stop.
cookies maybe for tomorrow if you guys don't mind.
Really? I prefer brownies if you care.
And then let's do our note page. Let's have some time to do our work today and carry on, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hopefully, definitely.
I will be here
Unless you're
after
sick
school
again.
for tutoring. If anyone wants to just hop by and finish up work that needs to be done, that's what it's for. It's called Math Lab. And I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for however much time you need, from 2:30 to 4:30. They have a snack, and you can ride the bus home if you need a bus ride at 4:45.
What a snack.
Okay. When I was last here, class, 2 days ago, we did this one math problem together.
Yeah. What paper was that?
We're gonna
The one I was asleep
go
for?
through this one front note page, and then go back to
The one I
that,
sent you the picture
and I'll give you time
Okay,
to work.
I just turned that in, bud.
It wasn't finished.
With what?
I think the paper wasn't finished.
3 for you guys.
I think I might need to get it.
Hi.
You might need to get one.
Here's 3 for you guys. Well, here's 2. Here's 1.
I think I might need to get one.
Here's 2 for you guys.
Why?
Because I have so many
One for you.
Look at mine. Mine go crazy.
literally lift up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to hear
But
it.
mine's
What
worse.
I did.
Mine's worse, brother.
I don't think that she noticed. It didn't stop recording. I just moved the thing. Okay.
You need to figure out. Should we start a YouTube channel?
I feel like we could. Nobody would watch it, but like it would be
Just like a
like,
private one. We could upload our videos.
yeah, I probably could. I could like email this video to myself and then put it
Okay,
on my
so
YouTube,
class.
and then it'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Can you put your name
Even
on
if I lose this
Make
Chromebook
yours.
at some point.
Who knows what today's date is? 14.
Yeah, today is the 14th.
Hey, who's that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Alright. 11, 14,
Hey,
4.
this is my one.
We are in my favorite third hour.
Oh, we have one of those. Always. What is so funny to you? No idea.
Okay.
Giggle pants
Back
over
when
here.
we were first talking about transformations, and we said there were 4 different kinds. Translations, do you remember what SL stood for? Translation, SL.
I don't know.
Slide.
Oh,
Good job.
I was-
Alright,
I
the
was gonna say
second one
slope.
was, what was the second one? Reflection. We circled FL.
flip.
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 So we've had slide. We slid on past those into the flips.
Whoa.
After we flipped ourselves out, we got back to rotations. Do you remember what letters we circled for rotations?
No.
It was two of the same letter. If you had to, you could peek at your notes and find the answer. We circled two letters in the word rotations.
T? Question mark?
I heard it was T.
Okay. I don't know what
I don't
word.
know, what do you guys think T stands for? Turn. There's our note.
Who said that?
A turn. A turn around a fixed point called the center of rotation. What are some things in your real life experiences that you guys actually do rotate?
Oh.
A what? What do you guys rotate? Day-to-day life.
What do we rotate?
Yeah, you're supposed to rotate
I don't
your
know.
mattress every like 6 months.
Sometimes don't you rotate your phone?
Rotate what? Or something?
You might rotate it right
Yeah,
or
well,
left,
yeah.
clockwise,
It's not day-to-day.
counterclockwise.
She's
Now
saying
what's something
phones.
else?
Just wasn't sure if you knew. It's sharing a fact.
something
Okay,
turn.
well, thank you. My mattress is very rotated.
Okay, you guys, let me lead you to one of these. Does anybody in the class like ice cream?
Yes.
No, none of we all
Okay.
hate it.
If you had to pretend you liked ice cream and you wanted a topping, don't you have to turn the lid to get the caramel or the hot fudge out of the jar?
Yeah.
So, or if you want a PBJ, you turn the lid clockwise, counterclockwise. All right, I'll give you one more chance. Can somebody think of something in your day-to-day lives that you turn?
I know
Oh,
not.
fiddle with a pen.
Doorknob.
I can fiddle with it clockwise. I can
Okay,
fiddle with it
or don't hear me,
counterclockwise.
that's
That's
fine.
true. All right. A figure rotates at a specific angle
Angle.
and direction. So in your math problems, when you're asked to practice the lesson today, will you please make sure you mention what angle? Now, mostly we have been dealing with what choices, like 90 degrees. Give me another angle that you've been seeing the past day or two.
270.
Do you think I have fat fingers?
270 degrees, and one more? 180.
These are a little big.
Maybe
These
a
are-
little bit, but not
These are the
like
common
to a
angles
point
when
where
you teach
it's
about
like
rotations
weird.
in geometry.
Okay.
But there are two that are the most common, and that's gonna be the 90 and the 180.
Your hands are just small.
I do have
And as
really
far
small
as
ones.
direction, what are the directions that we've been exposed to so far? There's CW, which is for what? Clockwise. And then there was CCW,
I think you gave me a hug.
counter
It was kind of weird.
clockwise.
Like it wasn't like weird, but he just never does that. I'm a little worried.
So when you do your math problems, you'll be asked to
Checking on it.
say the word rotation. You'll be asked how many degrees are you rotating, and you will be asked to determine which way, clockwise or counterclockwise. Though the figure can rotate around any fixed point, the most common center of rotation is the origin. That's the most common one that we discuss about, is the origin. Hopefully you guys all realize that's 0, 0. All right, now even though it's a little bit of review, this note is offering us to write a space to write the rule that you follow for all points or points that are going to rotate 90 degrees in a counterclockwise direction. So the rule is, take your points x, comma, y. The arrow just simply means the points are all going to move according to this rule. And so negative y, comma, x is the rule to follow. I put it kind of higher up in my box because for whatever reason, this little list of notes only has counterclockwise. So how about we add 90 degrees CW clockwise. The rule is all of your points x, y would move to
My handwriting is so bad.
y, comma,
Okay.
negative x. Now I have a question. How come 180 degrees doesn't have the word counterclockwise? Exactly. So whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, it doesn't really make any difference, so that's why they're like, why write it twice? So it's the same rule, no matter which way you rotate. So for that, it is, take all your points and move them to negative x, negative y, which is really opposite of x, so if it was a 5, it becomes negative 5. Opposite of y, if it was a positive 8, it becomes a negative 8. We just changed the sign. And then finally we have this 270 counterclockwise. So I'm going to put that rule across the top and leave room on the bottom for clockwise. So up here, the rule to follow.
Yeah. I'm gonna be really mad if this doesn't pick up like any of our
Alright.
whispering.
270
I know, right?
counterclockwise is the same as 90 clockwise. So it's going to be y negative x.
I'm trying to figure
And
out
then
this
we'll leave
checkers.
room for 270 degrees counterclockwise.
No, she's
Oh shoot, I just did that.
she was here last.
No, I need clockwise.
I don't know. I don't know.
Clockwise.
Figure it out. Why are you yelling at me? I'm literally whispering. Right?
Ah. Arrow. Alright, 270 clockwise is the same as 90 counterclockwise.
What?
Negative
Freak.
y x.
I don't know, bro. I don't know anymore.
Okay, are we thumbs up on writing the rules down? Let's apply them then. The last bit of notes today, we've got a nice little setup where we can do one together and one for you guys.
This is it?
This one only has 3 points and makes a triangle. This one has 4 points and makes some 4-sided shape. Let's do the 4-sided one together, and then I'll leave the triangle one for you guys. So let's go over to question number 2. I'll put my hand here so you don't accidentally do the wrong one. PQRS. Can you guys please go put on your 4 points to the grid? I'll file and do it myself. You can always check up along the way and make sure your points are in the right spot.
After I graduate, will my email still exist? You should ask someone who's graduated. Okay.
Well, what shape did you guys make? A square. A happy square.
It's queer. Because I'm gonna be really sad if it.
I'm gonna write the word rule.
What?
And what's the rule for 180? We have to change all our points to negative x and negative y. I kinda like to have the rule right by my workspace, so it's easier to use and I don't accidentally use the wrong one. Okay, so to make our prime, they've got a nice space set up for us down here at the bottom.
We're gonna
Let
do this
me
for Paris.
move it so that my little things are available. Alright, P prime. If P started at 2, 6, and we need to follow this rule, class, what's the opposite of x?
Y.
Let me start that again.
Negative
On point P, what is the value for x?
2.
2. So if we need opposite of x, what's opposite of x?
Negative 2.
Negative 2, you got it. Alright. Now what's our y value?
Negatives, or 6.
It's a 6, so take the opposite. Negative 6.
Okay, so it's just all
Alright, do the
opposite.
same thing with Q,
Yeah.
opposite of X. be -6 and the opposite of y. Do that for all 4 points, would you please?
Sure.
Okay. Do your x's and y's all match lines? Or did I make a mistake? Match?
Hmm?
Okay, can you go place
What'd
those
you say?
4 points on your grid and let's connect to make sure that it's still a square and that it has moved 180 degrees. So let's go left 2 down 6. And put a P prime by it, don't forget your little primes. And then left 6 down 5. And that's Q prime. Left 5 down 1. There's our R prime. And S prime is at -1, -2. Connect. Now technically, if I kept my little happy face on there, he'd be upside down now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Something you can do is, put your pen right here, and if you twirl your paper 90 degrees twice, it should show you that you have your points rotated 180 degrees. Alright, so your job is to do question number 1 without help. I'll just freeze the screen and I'll unveil it in a few minutes. If you already have this one done by chance, please use the time to do 2 things. That would be, could you please finish this assignment where we had done only number 1 together? I have a little bit more to say and then I'll be done. The rest of the time, will be work time for us today. Everybody trying number 1 right now.
You know, that sounds good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
We've been recording for half an hour. Almost.
Now I have a
Do you
red
think
heart
the
stamp.
file will
The
be
heart
too big?
stamp, if I come around, it means it looks like you're doing this correctly as you would.
Yeah, I used to do this with Angel.
Hello? Jameson said goodbye.
This
I said hello.
looks like you know what you're doing.
He's such a fucking idiot.
Nice.
She's gonna be
Abort mission. It's still recording, she just can't tell. Okay. Alright. Hey, what do we...
No. Yes, you are. Silly youth. I keep like sleeping with my mouth closed. Well, duh, but like closed. Like hard.
Like you grind your teeth?
I don't grind my teeth, I just like.
You're just clenched?
Yeah. And then my like gums hurt in the morning. My like jaw. Hello.
Looking for your shape on your first spot here. This is looking good so far.
I think you
Oh yeah,
spooked
so
him a little.
nice. Yeah. Keep going. Now do where it moved to.
I'm just gonna a little stamp. I wish it was a little turkey though. You would. That dude like a little heart.
It kind of wobbles, so it's not very good.
Okay. And the blues and lesbian activity 5%. Lesbian.
I have good news.
I've been thinking about it
Start
recently.
at the top.
Okay, so
Oh, I
A.
got you.
Miss Bannister?
Hi.
Mr. Mercer said he was doing something different for crew. And it sounded like,
Oh, I wonder if I did yesterday's.
I don't know.
That's
So
probably
just-
what I did. I
Anyway.
accidentally looked at yesterday's.
Okay.
So now I gotta look at today's. Is it
Hey.
still so.
Buddy.
It was solid with
So
a
since
bump
A's on the
on
top,
Okay.
So,
it would
I'll explore it on my lunch
like
break.
look
Okay.
at look at me. It
Word
would turn
with
like
lunch,
that,
yeah.
right?
No,
Thanks.
I don't know because I can't visualize it in my head like that.
Okay, as I
Look.
walked around, this has given me positive, happy feedback. You guys are on track and you know what you're doing.
Sure.
So let me reveal the key.
Shut up,
There's the key.
You shut up.
Now are your X's and
So,
your Y's on
it
your
would be
primes?
flipped,
I'm actually
like-
the key.
Instead of going to the right
Nice.
2 times, you would go
Very
to the
good.
right 7 times, and then you would go up 2. Okay, you know what I
can
mean?
show this key anytime
Do you know what I mean?
want,
I don't think so.
I'm
For
going to move it now,
I'll
but
show
if you
you.
need it later, feel free to
okay,
request it.
so this one, this A,
So now,
is 2
let me
7,
explain,
right?
directions
This
more
one's
thoroughly
7 2.
on the one where we had done only one problem on this assignment.
So you flip the.
Did anyone finish
and
with
Y.
both sides and turn it in?
Forgot that.
Okay,
You're
I'm
so
gonna
you're
recommend
scaring
you at
me.
least sometimes work on this on the rest of the remaining minutes we have.
I'll let you finish that.
So,
You only give us 4
on the
problems to
front-
do.
That's kind of a lot of problems, so can you just go
Okay.
ahead and make it the evens?
Even.
Please do 2, 4, and 6. Don't worry about 3 and 5 if you, haven't already done those. Just to cut it down a little bit.
4, 5,
On the back, it says to write the rule. Well, I'm not sure that you can read those directions and be sure what do you mean write the rule, right? So let's do number 8 as an example. You all agree that this is a rotation, so you're gonna write, it's a rotation. Now we need to tell degrees and direction. So if you're,
I think I
let's
did it
see,
wrong.
which one is the pre-image?
Maybe. No, I didn't.
Emily, which one's pre-image? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the left.
The one on the left is the pre-image, exactly. The one with the primes is the image. So it's moving this way, from S to S prime. If I'm moving this way, is that clockwise or counterclockwise? It is clockwise. And how many degrees to go from this quadrant to one quadrant over? 90 degrees.
Where's Alexia been
So
at?
you write
Gonna kill
rotation
her.
90 degrees
Yeah.
clockwise. You are free to just use CW or CCW. Rotation
Didn't you
90
just tell us
degrees
not to do
clockwise. Boom, done. That's how you write your
Is that
rule.
just a?
So
No,
you
no, no,
have
I'm not
3
doing
of
it.
those to try. And then down here, I'm gonna preset you up, so when you get to these 2 questions, you know what they want. It says find the coordinates of the vertices of the figure after it moves. So you see how there's a D and a U and an S? They want D prime, U prime, and S prime. You don't necessarily
Okay.
have to draw the picture after it moves. Really, all they want is the X and the Y. You don't have to draw it.
But we
And if you
don't
want
turn
to,
them.
you can. So over here, they just want D prime, H prime, A prime. It doesn't matter what order either. I'm just throwing them down however. So if you pre-write that in, you'll know exactly what they want from you, when you get there. The only other thing I have is if you go in Delta Math, you're gonna see one new assignment that's called Rotations Practice. I gave you like 7 of each of 2 different types of practice, and then one of them has a 10. They're pretty cool. One of them is this rotation of a point. You can use your rule resource page or your notes. They give you -3, 5. You have to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. You simply type the X and Y in and submit. So I gave 10 of those. The next one, identifying. Can you guys all look up here and do this one together? When you open this up, it gives you 7 different problems to practice this idea. Identify whether or not to go from A on to B. From A to B. Look at your 4 choices. Is it a rotation, reflection, rotation, reflection? So first, before you worry about the details, would you rotate A to get to B, or would you have to like reflect it? You all would pick reflect, right? So now the reflection is over the x-axis or over the y-axis. Which one? There you go. So you just have to select the correct choice and then hit submit,
Right, boogies.
and boom, you're on your way. And then the third, one of the Delta maps. It's kind of cool because it's got this little timer, so you're trying to beat your timer on it. Have you tried it? How did it go?
I don't like it.
No?
You had to restart every time you went away.
For me, I have to have my resource in my hand ready. Alright, the time to try to beat is 100 seconds. Start, and they're gonna give you 10 questions, right? So here you go. Alright,
10
align.
questions in 100
reflect over
seconds.
y equals negative x. So I'm looking at my resource sheet. I have to do opposite of y, opposite of x. So that would be positive 5, negative 1. Ah! I guess I did it wrong. Oh, opposite y, which is negative 1 and then
Me too.
negative 5. Negative 1. Negative 5. Oh, I got one wrong.
Okay.
24 seconds it took me to make a mistake. Alright.
There's just like this thing
On
coming
the
out of the
next
front of
one.
your nose.
They gave me negative 5, negative 9.
What was that?
And I have to do 90 degrees counterclockwise.
I think it was a piece of the tissue.
Oh, I
I'm
looked at the
hoping
completely
foam.
wrong section on my resource. Negative yx. So 9, negative 5. 9, negative 5.
I think this is where I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
got
end
one
up.
right.
Okay.
You see
Say
how you're
bye-bye.
trying to beat the 100-second clock?